The cockatoo had 37 words. The family had counted. He deployed them with the editorial judgment of an animal who understood that language was a tool with specific uses. He used one of the 37 words at 3:19 a.m. on a Thursday. He used it twice. Clearly. Then he waited. Tobias was a 9-year-old sulphur-crested cockatoo, white, yellow crest, full vocabulary, specific opinions. He lived in the Okafor living room in a large cage that was covered at 9 p.m. and uncovered at 7 a.m. under his cover. Tobias slept, except when he didn't. 6-month-old Adaeze, the newest member of the household, the one Tobias had accepted with a period of skeptical observation and then decided was interesting, slept in the nursery down the hall. At 3:19 a.m., Tobias said, "Baby," twice, clear. Then, silence. His owner, Chidinma, heard it through the baby monitor, which was picking up sound from the living room as well as the nursery. She heard it and was briefly confused, because Tobias was covered. Covered birds did not speak. She got up. She went to the nursery. She checked Adaeze. Adaeze's breathing was wrong. Not dramatically wrong. The kind of wrong that you notice when you are a mother who knows exactly what her child's breathing sounds like. And this was not it. A slight catching quality. Periodic. Small. She picked her up. The baby's color in the nightlight was not quite right. She called the after-hours pediatric line. The nurse said, "How fast is the breathing?" Chidinma counted. 52 breaths per minute. The nurse said, "Come in now." Adaeze had early bronchiolitis, RSV progressing into airway inflammation. Her oxygen saturation at the clinic was 92%. The treatment began immediately. Subscribe now before the next detail. Because what the pediatric pulmonologist said about the acoustic signature of infant respiratory distress in the 408 Hz range, and what that frequency range means to a bird with hearing adapted for detecting distress calls at distance, is the detail that the hospital's patient safety coordinator asked Chidinma to write up for their case review. Dr. Priya Adaeze, pediatric pulmonology, told Chidinma, "The early stridor of bronchiolitis in a 6-month-old produces a characteristic sound in a frequency range below normal comfortable conversation. Roughly 40 to 80 Hz in the fundamental, with harmonics. This is within the sensitive detection range of most large parrots, whose hearing is calibrated for long-distance calls and alarm vocalizations in exactly this frequency band." She said, "A bird at the other end of a house, through a cage cover and a closed door, would potentially detect a respiratory sound change in an infant that a sleeping adult monitor would buffer, and a parent in another room would not catch, without specifically going to listen." She said, "The bird called you." Chidinma told the patient safety coordinator he said "baby" twice, then stopped. He knew I heard him. The coordinator wrote it up. The case is in the hospital's teaching files under Animal-Assisted Alerting, Avian. Has a bird or pet made a sound that brought you to your child at a moment that turned out to matter? Tell us in the comments. These stories deserve to be heard. Every guardian deserves to be recognized, even the ones who never ask for anything in return. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. Adaeze recovered fully over 5 days. Tobias was given an extra treat on the Thursday she came home. He accepted it and said his name once, clearly as if acknowledging the transaction. He has 37 words. He used one of them at 3:19 a.m. and used it correctly. Chidinma thinks about the other 36 words and which ones she should make sure she listens for. She has decided to listen for all of them. Next, the German Shepherd who began walking behind the toddler instead of beside her, and what changed when she understood the dog wasn't following Nadia. She was covering Nadia's blind spot.